In previous discussion, we have started the battle of Buxar regions, and in regions we have seen two regions. First is shifting of capital, and second is remodeling of army by efficiency, skill training, and third is about trade. Third is trade. C company was misusing trade permit or dastat system in Bengal by sold to Indian merchant. Misusing trade permit trade permit by sold to other merchant which was given for company merchant only. And next is and also company using coercive method to get goods at cheaper price. Coercive method for cheap price good. And company created unequal competition between company merchant and Bengal merchant. Company created unequal competition. So due to these problems, misusing of trade permit, coercive method, and unequal competition, Nawab of Bengal facing revenue deficit in Bengal. Revenue deficit in Bengal. And due to these revenue deficit, Mir Qasim was wanted to abolish all preferential trade which were given to company. Wanted to abolish. But this step of Mir Qasim opposed by company, and company insisted for these preferential trade over other merchants. Opposed by company. And tussle was started between Mir Qasim and company. Tussle started, and during tussle, company captured Murshidabad, Munger, and some adjoining areas. Company captured Murshidabad, Munger, and so on in Bengal. And during capture these areas, Mir Qasim fled to Awadh and made one union with Nawab of Awadh, Sujaud-Dowla, Mughal Empire, Shah Alam II, and Mir Qasim fled to Awadh, and formed union union for recover Bengal from company. Recover Bengal from company, and resultant is Battle of Buxar was started. Battle of Buxar was started in 22nd October 1764. October 22, 1764. Now we will see result of Battle of Buxar. Result. So we will see result in two dimension. First dimension is Bengal, and second is Treaty of Allahabad. Treaty of Allahabad. In Bengal, Mir Jafar reappointed as a Nawab of Bengal. Mir Jafar. And also Naib Subedar was appointed as a main administrative of Bengal. Naib Subedar. He was main administrator, and he could be appointed and dismissed by company. Appointed and dismissed by company. So these are provisions for Bengal. That is why you can say Mir Jafar was de jure for Bengal and Naib Subedar was de facto administrator of Bengal. Now we will see Treaty of Allahabad. One important thing you have to remember, Treaty of Allahabad concluded by Robert Clive from company side, and Battle of Buxar. In Battle of Buxar, company force was fighting under Major Hector Munro. So this is difference between leadership of company in Battle of Buxar and leadership of company in Treaty of Allahabad. In Treaty of Allahabad, leadership by Robert Clive, and Battle of Buxar, leadership from company side by Major Hector Munro. Now we will see Treaty of Allahabad. Treaty of Allahabad. Here two treaties concluded. First with Sujauddaulah, and he was Nawab of Awadh, and second was from Shah Alam second, and he was Mughal emperor. With Sujauddaulah will cede Allahabad and Kara territory to Mughal Empire. Ceded Allahabad and Kara territory to Mughal, and Nawab of Awadh agreed to give 50 lakh as an indemnity. And also Nawab of Awadh agreed to give zamindari of Banaras to Balwant Singh. Zamindari of Banaras to Balwant Singh. And from company side to Nawab of Awadh, company was agreed to protect territory of Awadh from Afghan invasion and depredation of Marathas. Company will protect Awadh from Afghan invasion and depredation of Marathas. So this is treaty with Awadh Nawab. Now we will see treaty with Mughal Empire. Treaty with Mughal. Here Mughal Empire Shah Alam II agreed to reside at Allahabad with protection of company. Agreed to reside at Allahabad. And Mughal Shah Alam II agreed to give Diwani of Bengal, Bihar, Odisha in payment of 26 lakh per year. Diwani of Bengal, Bihar, Odisha by 26 lakh. Now we will see conclusion of Allahabad Treaty, which was signed with Nawab of Awadh and Mughal Empire Shah Alam II. Conclusion of treaty. So first conclusion of treaty which was signed with Awadh. Awadh made as a buffer state for Bengal. If anyone wants to attack in Bengal, primarily will have to attack on Awadh. So that is why buffer state will protect interest of company in Bengal. Awadh as an buffer state. Second, Mughal Empire made as an rubber stamp to legalize Farman to gain political and commercial control in Bengal. Mughals Emperor as an rubber stamp. So these two conclusion of Allahabad Treaty. Now we will see some historian called Battle of Buxar as an revolution of Bengal. However, also some historian give argument against revolution. Battle of Battle of Buxar as an revolution or not? Revolution or not? First argument is Battle of Buxar was not started by people of Bengal. First against argument. It was not started by people of Bengal. Not started by people of Bengal. And in Battle of Buxar, people were not participated. People not participated in this battle. And Battle of Buxar is not beneficial for people of Bengal. Not beneficial. And people of Bengal was not participated in political and administrative system of Bengal. Not participated in political and administrative system of Bengal. If it is an revolution, Battle of Buxar should be started by people of Bengal, and people should participate on that battle. Battle of Buxar should be beneficial for people of Bengal, and after battle, people should participate in political and administrative system of Bengal. So that is why some historian are not called as Battle of Buxar as an revolution. So in this discussion, this is enough. We will start dual system in our next discussion.